Warminster in Wiltshire, a holiday town on a bank holiday weekend. Most of the people are here to enjoy the sunshine and the West Country's scenery. But Warminster has another claim to fame which brings people on pilgrimages here from all over the world: flying saucers. Most weekends the enthusiasts gather on the two hills that look down on Warminster to watch the flying saucers go by. But this weekend there's a bonus, a prediction that a flying saucer will actually land here. And as the crowds are gathering to witness this spectacular event, the man who put Warminster on the map as a flying saucer centre is getting ready too. He's a local journalist and author of 4 books on flying saucers, Arthur Shuttlewood. What sparked your interest in the first place?
Well, simply the fact that I'm a news reporter in this area, and of course I have to report every item of news that comes in, and this was such extraordinary news, if true, of course, and so such reputable people were coming forward, you know, such as the head postmaster of the town, a vicar, his wife, his 3 children, hospital physiotherapist, hospital matron, an army major who alleged that his car was virtually stopped dead at 40 miles an hour. These sorts of people have to be trusted, you know, for their integrity, viewed from a reporting viewpoint. So I reported the stories.
And what actually converted you into believing that these really were things from outer space?
Well, simply the only thing that can convert one into a belief into these quote objects unquote, and that's a visual experience oneself. Once one sees for oneself, that's it, and nothing will deter you from your absolute belief from then on.
How many of these things would you say that you've now seen in total?
I've seen an average, personally, and I'm not boasting, I assure you, of 2 per week in the last 7.5 years, so it's getting on for about 800.
It's 10 years now since the first unidentified flying object was sighted at Warminster. So on this anniversary it wasn't surprising to come across a number of Britain's experts on UFOs, like Rex Dutta. He's confident there'll be a sighting, but sceptical about a landing tonight.
There are many other places where saucers now do a repetitive pattern. They keep coming back to the same district. Warminster is one such. Others are here. Wanstead, Kettering, Ormsk, they're in Scotland. There are lots of these places. And the new pattern, saucers have been sighted now since 1947 in repeated patterns. And the new trend is repetition coming back to the same place. They've done terrific demonstrations and there may well be a sighting. But I'll bet you anything you like, unfortunately there won't be a landing.
For the first hour, there was nothing to shake the skepticism of a firm unbeliever like myself. Then, suddenly, at 11:35, it all started to happen.
Look at these! Quick! 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 Look!
Oh yeah, there. Flashing.
Yeah.
Rex!
Do you see them?
Well, we've definitely just seen something, and I'm bound to say that I've got no explanation at all as to what it might have been. Unfortunately, it was too far away to be seen by our cameras, but it was quite high up in the sky, and what it consisted of was 2 lights bending over towards each other about that kind of angle, flashing on and off and disappearing away from the camera. And they were going like this, definitely not an aeroplane, quite certainly not an aeroplane. They were going like this for, I should think, about 15 seconds, and then quite suddenly, one of them exploded almost into a ball of fire, a blinding light, and then they just disappeared off slowly, flashing on and off again until they went out of sight completely. Now, I've no idea what that could have been. What do you reckon it was that we saw just then?
I should think it was an actual surrounding of Warminster, the UFO, which is mainly seen over Warminster and surroundings. And that's what I would definitely put it down as.
Can I ask somebody else, what exactly did you see?
Well, I was flashing my torch on the hill over there. We were just up the road, and suddenly this thing arose from behind the hill, it seemed, and seemed to go along, these very bright lights.
It flashed back first. It flashed back.
We came down here and started flashing, and it flashed back once, I think, 2 times.
Yeah, there was a very bright flash,
Yes,
wasn't there? Like almost like a firework going off in the sky, wasn't there? Let me ask somebody else. What did you see, sir?
2 ascending lights, one beneath the other, going higher and higher. And then there was, as you say, like a photo flash, almost coming from one of them. And to me, that's nothing else. It is positively a UFO, or 2 UFOs, to be quite frank. 2 flying saucers, if you want to use that word.
Was it a good one from your point of view?
Yes, it was. I've been coming up here 3 years, and that's one of the best I've seen. And I haven't had a lot of positive sightings myself, but that, to me, is a positive sighting. I've seen satellites, thousands of them, pass over here. That was no satellite.
Rex Dutta, we've had something for our money this evening. What do you reckon it was?
Typical sighting. You notice there were two, and they were alternating. Sometimes one was brighter, sometimes the other. Intelligent operation, appealing mind to intelligent people. Then the intense brightness which came, and the alternation was random, yet significant. Now that intense brightness, was it an answer to that signal? Possibly. Was it a time when they materialize intensely? Possibly. Because they appear and disappear, not go away. These are all seen so many times in so many places. And please, this is one occasion the BBC itself, by its own cameras, with its own crew, has seen two. Congratulations.
Our film camera was unable to record whatever it was we saw. But two still photographs were taken on a time exposure by a BBC man on a neighbouring hill. Are they flying saucers? Well, there were 100 people in Warminster this weekend who are convinced that they were.